Tom Hubbard, gunsmith here at Hogue. Today we are going to show you how to install a mainspring housing in your Sig 238. It also applies to the Sig 938 as it uses the same part, so the installation is identical. Now I'm going to go over the tools that I'm going to be using to do this installation. Small flathead screwdriver, an awl, roll of masking tape, some Loctite for the reinstallation of your grips, put on your grip screws, and whatever tool it takes to get your grip screws out. Mine happens to be a hex head, and safety glasses. There are some springs under some pretty good tension in here. Okay, let's get started. First thing is to make sure your pistol is unloaded and safe. Now we're going to remove the slide. There is a half moon cut out right in front of the slide catch there. You need to remove the slide to the rear to where it lines up with the back edge or the back end of the slide catch. I'm going to go and do that now. You push on the pin on the opposite side of the pistol. That slide catch will pop up and out. Came right out. Slide comes right off the pistol. Now that we have the slide off the pistol, you'll notice the hammer is cocked. We want to lower the hammer down, but support it with your finger and stop it from flying forward on its own. It will damage the trigger parts if you do let it slam forward like that. Now that the hammer's down, I'm going to go ahead and take the grips off the pistol. Now that I have the grip panels off the pistol, we're going to take the safety out. The way we take the safety out on this pistol is you rotate the safety up and away. What we're going to do is we're going to have this facing the table on this piece of tape here, this roll of tape, and then we're going to slide the pistol across the tape and capture the spring-loaded detent. I'll do that right now. You don't have that flying across the room. If you have an ambidextrous pistol, the safety comes out virtually the same way. You put down your tape, rotate the safety up, detent comes out. Some of these can be a little tight. On the right hand side safety is basically just keyed to the shaft going through the frame. So if it's tight, you might have to get a little screwdriver in there and be careful, protect your frame with something, masking tape or something. You want to get down in there and give it just a little bit of a pry, and it'll pop right off of there, just like that. Now that the detent is out of there, the spring detent, you rotate the safety up and kind of give it a little wiggle, and it'll come right out. There is a tab right on the top there that interfaces with the frame. There's also a notch in the frame. That tab has to line up with that before it can come out of the frame. So it will rotate and then pull straight out. Now that we have that out, we can use our tape again, support the frame, and press the mainspring housing retention pin out, and set that off the side. Now we're going to pull the hammer out of the pistol. Turn the pistol onto its left-hand side, put your thumb on top of the hammer and on top of the mainspring housing. Press with your Allen wrench, works fine. Press the hammer pivot pin straight down into the roll of tape and lift the pistol up. There's your hammer pivot pin. Now you have your hammer and strut removed from the pistol. Set that off the side. Now we want to remove the mainspring. Just tip it upside down. Comes right out. Put your finger on the mainspring housing and just pull it back a little bit. It'll stop. Take your Allen wrench and press inward on the sear spring, and you'll hear it snap. Now you can pull your mainspring housing out. Your sear spring comes out with very little effort, but it just has to be fished out of there. I'll get that out now. There's your surge spring. Okay, for the next step, we're going to take the ejector out, and we're going to have to push a pin out partially. So what we're going to do to retain that pin from coming out all the way from the frame is take a little piece of masking tape and put it on the right side of the frame, right over the top of that pin. Now we come back over here where they're all, and get that ejector up so you can get a hold of it, push it down, and you pull your ejector straight out. Okay, we have our 238 completely torn down, and we're ready to reinstall our new part. Our new part is a matching G10 piranha texture mainspring housing.